A lot of Barca fans upset with Hansi Flick and say that he basically lost the game for Barcelona in their game against PSG. I'm such a big fan of Hansi Flick. I'm not trying to bash him, but when you see moments like this, and this is not the first time that this has happened, late on in a game, in the 90th minute against a great team like PSG, and look where Barcelona's line is. There's so much space in behind, you're making it easier for the other team to go on and score a goal. This is such an easy goal to concede. Look back at that goal and look at this moment. PSG get the ball out to Hakimi. Look how free he is. You can barely see him on the screen. There's no Barcelona player close to him. You've seen this image so many times. Ramos is completely offsides, just waits for the ball to catch up to him. Then he gets behind the ball, scores. 90th minute. You cannot allow something like this to happen if you want to be competitive. I did rewatch this video, and honestly, you can try and be harsh on Balde, but I feel like Cubarsí is kind of at fault for this, and I'm not trying to slander one player, but Cubarsí was way too far forward in this moment, and then Alejandro Balde is trying to cover his position, and then that leaves Hakimi so wide on the left-hand side. That's where Balde was. He was inverting inside. You can't really see him because he's right behind Cubarsí, but you have to cover that center position. He can't really go out to Cubarsí, or else there's a huge gap between the center back and him, and Cubarsí was just nowhere to be found. I've said it so many times. Hansi Flick's Barcelona is one of the most exciting teams to watch in the world, and when they're on, there's no team better than them. But then when they have moments like this, you've got to be asking, what are you doing? You want to make it difficult for the other team to score. But a moment like this, when all it takes is one free pass to the right back, and then the center forward just waits for the ball to come to him, and a tap in, like that takes a couple passes and you're in. That's not good enough for a top team. I'm not going to go crazy and say Hansi Flick out. I'm so against him. Can we not forget the level that he took Barcelona at from the time that he took over to the level that they're playing at now? They won 3 trophies last season. They were minutes away from a Champions League final, which I honestly think they would have played well against PSG. Obviously, they didn't have the best performance in this game, but yeah, just really terrible performance in the second half. But again, your high line is making it too easy for the other team to go in and score. You have to make it difficult for them. They honestly didn't even work for this. It was just handed to them. Hansi Flick said after the game, you can see it today, there's no point saying we're on the same level to PSG, and it's fair to say that. Yeah, some people are saying it's Hansi Flick's fault, and I think it is partly his fault as well, because obviously this high line that he's playing, it comes with high risk, but it's also high reward when it's on, but when it's not clicking, and when you have center backs out of position, and you have too much room in behind, those things happen. Yeah, I'm not worried about, Hansi Flick's style of play, but I just think in specific moments like this, you just have to be a little bit smarter and again, you just have to play more compact. You have to see the game out in a game like this. But yeah, I still really like Hansi Flick and everything that he's given to Barcelona. He's taken them to a completely different level.